Mairis Briedis versus Jai Opetaia. Am I pronouncing his name right? I apologize if I'm mispronouncing his name. Who do y'all think is gonna win this fight? To those who don't know yet, this fight between Briedis and Opetaia is scheduled for 12 rounds to take place this weekend, this Saturday, over in Australia, July 2, over at Broadbeach, Australia. To be shown live here in the States on ESPN Plus, so tune into ESPN Plus if you want to see this fight. IBF Cruiserweight title will be on the line, as well as the Ring Magazine belt, which Briedis will be defending in this fight. They recently had their weigh-ins. Both fighters did make weight, weighing in below 200 pounds, with Briedis weighing in at 199.1 pounds and Opetaia weighing in at 198.4 pounds. As you guys can see, both fighters look like they're ready to go. We have ourselves a fight. This fight was supposed to take place months ago, but if I remember correctly, Opetaia suffered an injury, a rib injury, and you can tell there's some scars in his rib cage. So I'm assuming that's from the surgery. That's my assumption. But yeah, I think it was a rib injury, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And yeah, now here they are. They'll be fighting pretty soon. I'm just honestly looking forward to this fight. I honestly completely forgot about it. Tomorrow, I have a wedding to attend, so I was more focused on the wedding instead of thinking about boxing. And I just realized today that this fight's already this weekend. So I'll do my best to watch it. Like I said, I'll be attending a wedding, so if I do find some time to watch it on my phone, I'll probably tune in, but we'll see. Anyway, it's a very good fight, Briedis versus Opetaia. Briedis is the champion, won the second World Boxing Super Series tournament in the Cruiserweight division at the age of 37 years old. He hasn't fought in almost a year, only fought once for the past few years, once in 2019 against Krzysztof Kowalski, very controversial fight, once in 2020 against Yuniel Dorticos, and once in 2021 against Arthur Mann. And now here he is in his 2022 fight against Jai Opetaia. At the age of 37 years old, can he still pull it off against the 27-year-old from Australia in Opetaia? Undefeated, 21-0, 17 wins coming by way of knockout TKO. If you look at his resume, most of his fights have taken place over in Australia. And the level of opposition he's fought hasn't really been the best. I'm going to be honest, not really the best, at least in comparison to Briedis. But Opetaia is a good boxer. I think he picks his shots pretty well. He hasn't only fought once in last year in 2021 against Daniel Russell. Only fought once in 2020 against Benjamin Kelleher. So he too hasn't really been that active the past couple of years. Maybe COVID has something to do with it. I mean, like I said, this fight was supposed to take place earlier this year, but due to an injury, the event had to be postponed. But anyway, this fight, the way I see it playing out, I think Opetaia, Jai needs to really bring his A game if he really wants to win this one. I'm gonna be honest. I'll be rooting for Jai. I'll be rooting for Jai Opetaia. To me, Briedis, I've always been a fan of Briedis, and I still am. But lately, the past couple years, it's just been kind of embarrassing of him going around calling out Jake Paul, getting a tattoo, doing like a diss track, and dressing up as a Mario, and just so desperate to get a Jake Paul fight. It's like I've just been disappointed with him, and honestly, I hope Jai Opetaia pulls off the big upset and wins this. I mean, he does have the hometown advantage. He's fighting in his home country of Australia, so hopefully the crowd will keep cheering him on, and maybe it might influence the judges, and it might end up being controversial if it goes the distance, if it ends up being close. But Briedis, in my opinion, is just gonna be too strong, too fast, too experienced for Opetaia. If Briedis, I mean, I know Briedis hasn't really been that active, but I think he should be fine going into this fight. I think Briedis is gonna show the difference in levels between the two. I mean, I think Opetaia is a good boxer, I really do, but for him to jump the level of competition he's been fighting lately, for him to fight those type of fighters and then immediately fight one of the best fighters in the cruiserweight division, if not the best fighter in the cruiserweight division, it will show. The levels will show in this fight, and I think Briedis will will dominate this fight. I think Briedis will dominate. Like I said, I think Briedis will be too strong, too fast. But you never know. Opetaia, Briedis A game. He might pull it off, maybe. I mean, anything is possible in the sport of boxing, but I think Briedis will be a little bit too much for him come fight night this weekend. So I say Briedis TKO round number 8. I think by 8, I think he will break him apart and hurt him and stop him in 8. Actually, it could be any round from 1 to 8. I think if it goes closer to the distance, I'll actually be a little bit surprised if it goes to distance. But we'll see, right? Anything's possible in the sport of boxing. Like I said earlier, I'll be rooting for Jai. I hope he pulls it off. But realistically speaking, I don't think so. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who do y'all think is going to win this one? Thanks for listening and watching. And like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.